Welcome back to Tarkadia Rising. As you can see, we have a new face at the table. This is Tim. He's going to be... What'd you do?
Can you make a face?
Just like a face on the table.
Oh,
no. Face on the table. You want to? Tim will be joining us. He's going to be filling our empty spot. You want to tell us about your character?
Oh, I am a half-orc human, a wild druid named Garur.
Grrr.
No, Garur.
Grrr.
How is that spelled?
G-R-U-R?
Just how you'd pronounce it.
Finally, not the shorty squad anymore.
Oh, yeah, we told
Oh, man.
So to catch him up on what's going on in the overall kind of like the last couple of adventures, this group of adventurers, these four, have been led around by a dragon, which dragons are supposed to be alive in this world, and they were pretty much told to go to this town called Ryland Orchard and investigate what was going on. They went to the town, found out it was completely empty. They found the dragon there. He's like, well, just go into the mayor's office. It'll be totally fine. Nothing bad will ever happen. They go inside the mayor's office, and they were sent down a giant falling, portal, and then they were in the mayor's office, but the whole place was flipped upside down. Someone set the place on fire. They left. Then they fought a... Who set it on fire, Alex?
Pfeiffer attempts to move... Wait, hold up. Gravity correct.
No, it was Cam. It was fucking Cam.
It was me.
Yeah.
Why are we reading the notes like we did in
Okay, hold on.
Overwatch?
I was gonna go over my notes. Alright, so we head to the mayor's office / city hall. We trigger our trap and get ourselves sucked into a magical wormhole for several minutes before landing. Everything appears to be upside down. I cut a hanging lantern and it starts a fire. We try to leave the room and into a dark hallway. Gravity corrects itself and the fire is gone. Yeah. Spooky portrait blocks the front door. It's Mona Lisa-esque. Pfeiffer attempts to move the portrait, but gets smacked by a book in front of the portrait. The portrait turns scary and attacks. Combat! The portrait looks like it's attacking with the books. Damage to the portrait damages the woman's image. And combat! I pick open a lock on the spooky book. It's a spell book for Gust of Wind.
Yeah,
No, you left out the part where you threw your knife at the elemental and it missed, and then it became part of the tornado.
That
was you.
I did all the bad stuff.
And then he stabbed the book.
He stabbed the book.
I put acid on the book.
I put acid on the book. He stabbed the book.
Okay, I got it mixed up. Yeah,
I did all the bad shit.
Kim only
I only started one fire.
All right.
Only one.
Try to go through the opposite
fire.
door. It's a well-lit hallway with 2 doors. The layout doesn't make sense given the building from the outside, so it's a mystery room. There's murals on 3 sides of the room. Sacrifice of 3. Basically, just describing the whole puzzle. There's a puzzle. There's 3 murals and 3 empty pedestals that look like they're supposed to mimic the figures in the murals, and we attempt to solve the puzzle, and we do. And it opened a giant stone door on the opposite side of the room.
All right, and so that's where we're going to start. The door opens up. You guys decided that you're going to go through the door, and
Did we though?
as the dungeon master, I retconned it, and you all had this conversation.
We get sucked through the door.
I don't want to go in, but it's probably the only way. I want to stay here. No, okay, and we all went through.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Good.
It's like it was
times.
yesterday or 2 weeks ago.
Damn.
Shh, that might be longer since I post these. Don't put time in. So, you guys are.
The fuck just happened?
Off screen, the cat jumped on her little scratching post, and she only had one paw on the main ground, so she just slid back.
Oh.
Almost ate shit. Sorry.
I had my lanyard on the ground. She keeps attacking me, so I have to hold it now. I'm just getting tugged.
Cat, we're trying to be important and businesslike. We're trying to be the next critical role.
Of course.
So, you guys are heading through this doorway, and as soon as you enter the doorway, the stone door kind of closes itself. It seals. You can tell it seals because it makes that kind of compressed sound, like when 2 objects come close to each other, like a nice little psst.
Like a vacuum seal.
Like a stone vacuum. Yeah. And now you're inside of a cave. You notice that the temperature outside goes. It's like when you step off an airplane and you're in Florida, and all of a sudden the humidity just hits you in the face. Yeah.
Ugh, I hate that.
So-
Every time I fly to Houston.
Yeah, everything's just
Yeah.
moist suddenly.
Yeah.
She's in a cloud of sweat.
Yeah.
So essentially that feeling, it's like, okay, we're in a dry desert, now I am in hell.
Moist.
So there's only one way to go. The cave is pretty dark, but that doesn't matter for all you because you guys got dark vision. So
Oh, yeah.
see
Do you,
as
have,
well?
do you have low light vision
I
or
have
dark
low
vision?
light vision, yeah.
Nice.
They just gave everybody low light.
As long as you're not human.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a human.
Stupid
Fucking everybody gets low light vision.
Humans get good, well, at least in D&D, I don't know about Path, but good stat boosts.
They're boring, but they're powerful.
Yeah. Get
Humans.
the free stat burst.
Yeah, in this, half orcs are technically humans.
Which is
Oh,
weird.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is
There
weird.
is no orc species.
Oh, right,
so-
yeah.
Okay.
There is no.
Because you have to be half
You're
orc
half
to be
something.
civilized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I assume they're just all monsters or something. Yeah.
Half an asshole.
But,
Hey.
well, that's just true in general.
Was
but-
it Blockthar someone a half orc?
Blockthar.
My wife is.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the other campaign. Never mind.
Maybe.
Sorry. Different campaign.
Yeah, that was your other campaign. She was a full orc.
Oh, she was.
Oh.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
We
Uh,
saw
You
that
guys
one
weren't married
image.
yet, right?
Engaged.
That's a different
I don't
world.
remember
Right.
if it's
That's
been
a
a
story for a different day.
Yeah.
So nothing happens in this cave. It's just kind of like a long, tedious cave entrance. Then you kind of finally see the exit. The lighting is, I would say, it's dusk. There's a lot of light out. It's like a summer's dusk, but it's enough to see, but it's not like beating you down with the light. So you guys walk out, and then you realize you kind of see like kind of a rough like encampment. There's people hustling, bustling around. There's like a fireplace in the center. I actually have a map for it, but we'll bring that out in a second. And kind of like sitting by the cave, just kind of minding his own business, is a half orc.
Just by the entrance?
Yeah, just by the entrance. Like, so it's kind of like you come out of the cave and there's a hill and it kind of leads to the valley where this like little encampment is. But sitting up there is just kind of an orc, just kind of hanging out, doing his thing.
A new challenge.
Wait, real fast. So, like, because we were inside of a building,
Uh huh.
are we like behind the building, or are we somewhere completely, entirely different?
Roll perception.
Because we were also in a wing that couldn't exist.
Yeah, it couldn't possibly exist
Wow.
inside this building.
I think we're still.
Yeah, you're outside. Like,
Right.
you're outside. There's a cave.
Outside cave.
Fucking- Nat 20. Can I sense that we're even near town anymore, or can I tell that like from the trees in the forest type area that like, oh, we are not even near where we used to be?
The climate's different. The time of day is different. The fact that there's a breeze is weird. You are definitely
Fucking wind?
Yo, when did
Yeah.
that happen?
Sorry, okay, so
Yeah.
we definitely are not.
it's
near
almost
the town
like
where
you
we
went
started.
in and then you came out. Like,
But
in
like
summer.
not like not even near the town where we went into. Okay.
Mm.
This is a tropical climate. Davenborrow is more kind of like hilly and kind of like fjordic, more than I would say like a tropical jungle environment, which this is what it more feels like. From the environment you're looking at, there's like the trees are very lush. They're very dense. The little encampment's in like a little valley, but leading out is like a huge forest. You can also see that you're surrounded by water as well. So it's kind of like you look out and you can kind of see out in the distance there's some waves. You see some like beachfront. You also see like the island kind of just is covered in like forest and stuff. And you can kind of see some patches of what looks like where things would be, but you can't really tell what would be there. But the main focus is orc and encampment.
So we are nowhere near Ryland Orchard. Gotcha.
Yep.
What kind of people are in the camp? Are they all tall?
Wait,
Uh,
yeah. Is it just him in like a desert
There's
town?
primarily humans. There's some half elves. You got some halflings, gnomes.
Wow.
You've got
Are they wearing colors?
dwarf. Good question. They are wearing the Davenborrow green. Some of them,
Okay.
but every country has like a color representing like the country, and if you like work for the, if you live and represent the country like as a citizen or noble, you wear the color as like a pride thing. So anybody of importance like in Davenborrow always is wearing like the green, and then they'll kind of like accent it with like gold or something of like their house or their like station. So like a really popular noble whose house is like red would wear red like embroidered stuff with like green. So you'd be like, oh, that's Noble Nick Jerkface. Hate that guy.
Blood fart.
Blood fart, yeah. He's just chilling by the entrance
Yeah, he's just hanging out.
as we walk out.
Yeah, so you walk out and he's just like, it's like a homeless guy waiting for you, like at like the 7-Eleven, and Change. But he doesn't say anything. He's just kind of doing his thing.
Alright, I'll keep watching.
I mean, I guess we beat the challenge.
What's going on, friend?
Oh there, little ones. What are you all doing out on your own?
Who are you calling little?
I mean, just because you're big doesn't mean you got to treat us like kids. What's good? Listen, where are we right now?
Well, you're near this encampment. Something I probably know about and would explain.
You don't know much.
Really?
I don't know much.
You got here.
I've just been here recently.
Yeah.
He's a druid. He's probably baked out of his mind.
I've heard they do that. Who are all these people? Who's this? Who's here? Why? Where are we? What's happening?
I just asked that.
He doesn't know shit. He's baked out of his gourd. We know this.
That's right.
All right, listen, stoner boy.
Oh, somebody else. Let's leave this
What
guy
do
here.
you? What's? Do you know anything that's going on right now? How high are you right now?
Not high at all. Just new here. Seems like you're the same.
High as hell? I wish. I mean, yeah, we are kind of new here.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go ask somebody else. This guy is
How did you
clearly
get
clueless.
here?
So your character was with the. How do I explain this without spoiling too much?
You could
You recently visited Ryland Orchard. You went to their town hall meeting. Next thing you know, you're here trapped with the rest of the people.
Do you think everybody's had that same experience? Let's go ask somebody.
Yeah. Is this the town? Is the town here?
Ooh, maybe they got ported. Teleported.
Is this Davenborrow?
Citizens of Ryland Orchard!
How did they respond?
Some of them look up. Some of them kind of shrug and kind of move, back out. But you see a dark-skinned human woman with black hair with blue highlights. She's kind of like tinkering in a bench. She looks up. She kind of like dusts herself off and she kind of like scurries on up. And she's like, "Oh, we have new visitors. Hello. Did you come through the cave or did you fall from the sky and into the water?"
The cave.
Do people normally fall from the sky? Is that a normal occurrence?
Is it like a
for you?
50-50 thing?
Maybe if we didn't do the puzzle, we'd fall from the sky.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
It's a kind of a 50-50, depending or not, like, how the timey-wavy stuff happens. Sometimes you end up at the beach. I fell from the beach. That was very awful. But I don't know how many times I've actually tried to leave and come back. And I'm sorry.
Oh, wait, did you guys do like the puzzle with the
didn't
man statues?
She didn't pose right.
I don't know. I've been here for
probably.
almost my whole life. Like, I didn't
wow.
get a puzzle.
What?
Almost
I don't
your whole
get a
life?
Puzzle.
Wow.
Anyways, don't worry about that. My name is Marcilla. It's a pleasure to meet you all. I'm kind of the...
Marzilla. Right.
It's Marzira! No. Marcilla. Marcilla. I am kind of the leader of the encampment right now. And you're on Chronomist Isle, as I like to call it. The reason why is the sun never sets, the seasons never change, and
It's
weird
always
stuff happens.
sweaty as ass here.
You get used to it after a couple hundred years. Years. Don't
Wait.
worry about time. Time's irrelevant in Chronomist Isle.
So have you aged at all since you've been here?
Well, yeah, I grow my hair and
But like wrinkle-wise, now you look about the same as when you got here.
it's hard to tell when
Age-wise.
there's no real mirrors on the island.
What? No wizards? No wizards to just create mirrors?
No shiny armor to polish.
You don't just spawn mirrors into existence.
I mean, you could.
No bowls
Well,
in
no,
which
we
to get
had-
water and look into?
No, we
That's
have
a good
metal.
point.
No
There's a lot
beautiful
of
lakes
water
upon
here.
which to gaze upon your reflection like a young Adonis.
No,
No, we have
people-
metal, like, and stuff, and she kind of pulls out what looks like a little squirrel, but it's like clockwork, and it's kind of like chittering and moving around like an actual, like, animal. She's like, we have scraps that come from the sky sometimes, and, like, we have supplies, but it's just, that vanity isn't the most important thing I have right now. I have to take care of these people, introduce the new people, and deal with the other things of the island. But anyways, don't worry, everything's gonna be fine. I just hope you will never have to see your families ever again.
That was my question. So going through this cave, what happens?
What happens if we try to go back?
There's just a door. We haven't been able to open the door.
Door
kinda
where?
Sealed behind us.
The one that we came through.
Yeah.
Oh.
The big old
In
stone
the
door.
cave?
I'm
Yeah.
gonna turn and start going towards that door.
Okay, have fun. He's not going to get anywhere with that. May I have your names? I know we've met once, but your name is very hard to pronounce and I can't remember it.
It's Grur. What's hard about that?
I'm going towards the door. I already just turned around and started going.
Oh yeah, he's leaving.
I'm Grizz.
Grizz.
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer.
What's your name again?
Marcella.
Cool. Nice to meet you.
So where are you guys from? Where were you before you became residents here?
So we were just in Ryland Orchard.
You're from Ryland Orchard too. You came with
not
the.
from is Ryland.
Oh, okay. So you're not. Okay.
We're not citizens of Ryland Orchard.
Yeah.
No. Like about 2-ish months ago, we had people come from Ryland Orchard, and then he came by a couple of days ago. So there must still be something going on there because we're probably gonna have more friends coming soon.
Well, there's no people there, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're all here, or
Okay.
what's left of them. But
So where were you from?
she kind of like points around. Weren't you listening?
You said you fell.
Yeah.
From where?
I don't remember. I was very young.
Okay.
But I'm from here. This is like my home. This is my turf.
Okay.
My familia. And
She's clearly gone island crazy.
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
anyways, I'm gonna bring you down. I'm gonna introduce you to some of the people of the town. Make yourselves at home. Please just remember to stay inside of the encampment until you've been really briefed on what's outside of the encampment. And if you hear a bell ringing, please hide.
Smoke monsters.
Polar bears.
No! What? No!
We've entered lost. Can I look at that door while that's happening and be able to come back by that time, depending on what happens?
So you go up to the door and you notice that like it is just smooth like stone.
Smooth like a baby.
Smooth, like it's very large.
Stone
It's
baby.
immovable. It's like sealed shut, like
Pardon
trying
me.
to like pry it open and chisel it. Like it's just not budging. It's almost like it's very hard, rough stone.
Are there any marks of which like it looks like someone tried?
Oh yeah, there's like it looks like a lot of people over time have just kind of kept attempting it and no one's succeeded. It's just like
Detect magic?
no
No magic.
magic.
Just a...
Well, turn around and just go back.
Huh. All right.
Huh. So the rest of the group is already like wrapping up their conversation.
Yeah,
when they
yeah.
come back in. So
That was the goal.
yeah. So she kind of like spins, and then she kind of puts like the little like clockwork squirrel on her shoulder, and she starts heading towards the town. Now, if you guys want to move some of the stuff out of the way, I've pre-drawn a map.
Nice. Wow.
Oh boy.
So
I know that is
prepared.
high quality from me. Usually, I just do these.
I wasn't gonna make that joke, but thank you.
Being self-aware and making a joke are two different things. I can
true.
say you can.
I say what I
Also
want.
edit and make fancy pictures and.
All right, then.
Wow, look at this.
Do you want to lay down?
Whoa. I think
Like
he hired somebody for this for sure.
Dig. So, and I'll take a picture of this and put it up on screen. Editor's note: put the picture on screen. So, kind of. I'll also have a bigger picture of the island once we actually start getting into that.
Hey, look, you already made the logo.
So, coming from the cave, that's just kind of like the cave hillside. There is a large kind of watchtower made out of stone. It looks like the top half is kind of crumbled over time, but you can see that they've crafted like a wooden platform up top where like kind of people are watching and looking out into the jungle. In the center is kind of a fire pit. That's where kind of like communal cooking and like drying off clothes and all that stuff is. It's a very large pit, as you can see by the fact it's like 5 feet wide. There's also what looks like one of the other ruins has been made shift into kind of like a little like in meeting room area. And then you have a forge over here, what looks to be like a stone wall, a bunch of tents. This is a river, and then the rest is just kind of like plain grass. And then as soon as you start leaving the encampment, it's just thick jungle. It's like zero to jungle.
That's the jungle. Start.
That's a river.
Oh,
0 to jungle.
Oh, I thought that was the ocean.
but this is all jungle out here.
And the ocean is past all the jungle, I assume.
Yeah, It's way off.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get that picture to you guys.
So it's a big island. Or a big something. Assuming an island, I don't know.
Yeah. So
Otherwise people would
you got people hustling and bustling. You got kids, adults, old people. Everybody seems to be kind of they're in a little bit rough shape. You know, they got some torn clothes. They're kind of dirty, but they're not like 7 weeks on a desert island in the movies where they got like for some reason all their clothes are ripped and they're got a beard. Like they're in relative. Like I said, they've only been here for like about 2 months from what Marcilla said. So
Can I ask a question,
Yes.
Marcilla? Has anybody explored far from camp?
Oh, we were gonna get into that a little bit later. Come with me. We're gonna go directly into that. Come inside the inn.
The
So
turquoise wolf.
the turquoise. The turquoise. It's French for turquoise. So she kind of like shuffles you in, and then she kind of like closes the door.
The Turkish porpoise.
And shuts it. And inside, it's kind of like a lot of well-made furniture out of the jungle wood. You got tables, you got chairs. It looks more like a meaty room than would be an inn, but there is like a bar and then like some like food and supplies and stuff like that. Kind of more like a quartermaster / kind of like innkeeper than anything else.
Would you say if there's like a tiki motif going on?
You know what? Kind of like a tiki motif. Let's go with that. More kind of like, but it's enclosed with wood instead of like.
Okay. Yeah,
But yeah, it's makeshift. It's definitely like, you know, tropical island, little like hut type of thing.
Gotcha.
And there's an older gentleman with a beard. He's kind of like polishing the, kind of like some piece of metal. And he looks up and he's like, "Oh, we having the talk?" She goes, "Yeah, we gotta have the talk." He's like, "I never like having the talk. Come in, friends, have
I
a
think
seat."
we're all old enough. We don't need.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought
We
you had
already
the
know.
talk.
I'm not going to get into it, especially with this whole thing going right now with all the little people, and then it's kind of like the. Anyways,
We're adults.
I have a beard!
I got pubes.
My
You
apologies.
can ask. She'll show them to you. That's
Not
fair.
helping this whole talk versus the talk.
Hey, let me just start out. I'm kind of the quartermaster around here. I'm kind of in charge of keeping supplies up, food high. My name is Campter Lightsworn, ex-paladin.
Wait, what? What?
Campter Lightsworn.
Campter
K-A-M-T-E-R.
Light swarm.
Swarm.
Worm.
And I'm kind of the second in charge around here, and introductory to the. Well, she does the happy-go-lucky good and kind of keeps morale high. I get the bad news of kind of explaining the situation.
Give it to us straight, Doc.
We're in a time-shifted island that is composed of beings that want to kill us.
We kind of assumed the first part, but beings.
Well, they're more like giant stone sentries. We've kind of nicknamed them gargoyles. They will walk around the jungle using the large trees as cover. They're about 8 or 9 feet tall, and if they catch you outside of the encampment, we don't know why this place is safe, but if they catch you in the jungle, they will just pick you up and take you away. We don't know where they've gone. We've had villagers, we've had explorers, those that are cocky and don't like listen to, the community. They're just gone. We've lost about half of the group from Ryland's Orchard because of their mayor deciding to not take her advice. Like,
They take everyone.
they take everyone. Well,
They take animals.
not really. They leave the wildlife alone, but the wildlife kind of fends for themselves. That's another issue. We've got a lot of really rough kind of creatures out there. We've got the normal jungle tigers. We've got large mosquitoes. We've got
Giant rats.
lizard folk.
Lizard folk?
Yeah.
Wow. That's racist.
Well, the Boggard aren't really bad. They're just kind of defending their territory. We're kind of the invaders here, but
Gotcha.
they don't like us to expand too far out. We could have gotten more territory to kind of create farms, and
Have we tried communicating with them?
common isn't their strong suit. Violence is.
Ah.
Yeah.
I can understand that.
Anyways, he kind of like, he's like, this is as much as we know about the island right now. And let me see if I can. Give me like 2 seconds. I get it email this map so I can actually show you guys this because it's kind of important.
Yo, full face scratchies.
Cat intermission.
Did you say they were gargoyles? Stone gargoyles.
Big ol' 9-foot tall
That's what they
stone
call
gargoyles.
them, gargoyles.
Yeah, that's what they call them.
When they come out at night?
Well,
I think they just
They just patrol the jungle.
Okay.
Yeah. Are they fast?
No, but they have very long strides. Like I said, they're like 9 feet, so they kind of like.
Nope.
Like outpacing.
No.
Hey.
He really wants to.
A jellyfest.
Little jelly bean.
These ones.
There we go. It's kind of the
Those
quality
are
is a little
Bespoke
weird.
dice. They're so good.
Bespoke.
Ooh, that
Alright,
one's
so that's-
really pretty.
That's kind of the map. You guys are coming out from this little cave leading into the island encampment. They know that there's mountains up here. They know that there's some kind of like ruins. There's a monolith over there. And again, this will be edited up on screen so you guys can see it as well. But that's as far as you know right now. This map will be updated with icons as you guys progress through the island, but that's kind of like as far as they know.
It is an island.
Technically, you shouldn't know anything like past that, but that's about the size of the island
Okay.
from what you saw. Then.
Yeah.
That's a big island.
How big is the island in total?
I don't know square kilometers. Like,
You'll have to
No, I'm
find out.
asking the dude.
Oh,
I don't know.
Okay.
We
We
haven't
haven't-
been past. Yeah.
Our scouts have gotten as far as where we've estimated that monolith to be with scouting records and using like the tower, but we've lost people to either the environment, either getting lost, the sentinels, or the gargoyles I should say, and the bogard. So it's kind of, we had one dude get picked up by a bunch of mosquitoes. We saw him kind of get flown off away.
Wow, they're that big, huh?
He was a good dude. I miss that guy.
It was good.
Yeah. So that's kind of why we
Should've
ease
won the
you
books
into the situation with, we're a community, we have fun. But
We have
there's-
fun staying alive because everything out there will kill us.
Like we said, we
We just
lost
interacted with the black dragon, so
dragon. What are you talking about? There's no dragons.
yeah, don't worry about it.
There are no dragons just as much as there is no
No dragons
no
here.
time warped island. So you know.
She's as you say that. Pull my notes again. Marcella goes, dragons? There's pictures of dragons all over the place. Why would you guys think there isn't any dragons?
God damn it.
Pictures of dragons where? What?
Oh, just some of the ruins and stuff in the when I was exploring before we kind of decided to just stay in camp. Like there's pictured like glyphs and stuff of dragons, but
Any black dragons? Sorry, any black
Bunch
dragons?
of-
Suddenly.
Like, kind of switching half into Thor grammar. Wait a second.
any dragons?
Any black dragons? Yeah, that was just Cam.
What time is it about? What does it look like?
Well,
That's
isn't it
like-
always sunset?
Oh, it's yeah, that's
It's
right.
always sunset on
That's right.
Chrono
Always
Mist
sunny.
Island.
That's right.
It's always sunset in Chronos Island.
God damn it.
Well,
On Gola Gola Island.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense then why the whole like what do they come out at night? No.
What's night?
yeah, that's it. Wow.
Well, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm always here, kind of keeping an eye on our supplies. And if you need a sparring partner or something, I haven't had a good fight in a while. Especially, I can take you on. And he kind of like makes like it's a very awkward joke. He's like, just lightening the mood. I'm not known for my punctuality, even though I would love to. Never mind.
Okay, cool. Hey, Maricela?
Yeah.
Who else has taken a look over at those runes? Those murals and whatnot.
Just me. Before I kind of came to this side of the island, they're more down the way. I think there might be something at the obelisk, but it's been a while since I've been over there.
How'd you not get captured by the gargoyles?
They always kind of seem to ignore me. Anyways,
Mm.
Camp, are we done? He's like, nah. He's done with you guys. He's like, I made a bad impression. I'm just gonna go hide behind the counter. I should probably introduce you to some of the other people in the island, so they kind of know not to, eat you.
eat us?
Has that happened before?
We had a cannibal come in. He didn't last long.
Huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are there any more? Okay. Let's meet these non-cannibal people, hopefully.
So she walks outside, and right away there is a
cannibal.
It's just like mouth of water.
Just gnawing on an arm.
Just like on the
Just like looking at us, looking at the fire pit, looking at us, looking at the fire pit.
No, sitting outside is a very well-dressed gnome. He's sitting looks like some pretty clean in comparison to other people on the island. Like, he's very concerned about his appearance and his kind of like outfit. He's wearing gold robes with black outlines, and he has a giant sun, like embroidered sun on the front. And he's kind of like, he probably is dying of heat in this like heavy cloth. And standing behind him is a half-orc female, kind of like in more like simplistic like monk attire, kind of standing there. And he's sitting there and he's kind of preaching. But roll a perception check to see if anybody wants to like hear what he's saying.
Hey, Mr. Mayor!
Eight.
I'm deaf at the moment, apparently.
No.
Did you get 2 as well?
Anything? Anybody over? I'd say like a 12 starts listening, and it just doesn't seem right. He's like, now we must all remember, if you are donating your money, the Church of the Perpetual Sun will take that money and bring it forward into your communal soul bank. And inside your communal soul bank, when we all perpetually die, we will be put inside the Great Spirit, and in the Great Spirit, we will all be profitable. Now, please remember, if you're going to donate any of the money for anything other than the church, it's just not good spending. We also have goods and services provided by Drea. She can be your bodyguard. She can help you build a fence. All proceeds do go, of course, to the Church of the Perpetual Sun. Remember, without the church, we have no spiritual guidance here. And he's just kind of continuing on like this. He keeps mentioning prophets and...
Yeah.
What is the currency here?
Well, we just kind of are working for ourselves, but he's still attached to old world currencies that you guys use, like gold, silver, platinum, Ethereum. We have no use for here. The only shopkeepers that really care is him and this guy named Manny, but they both are kind of...
Gotcha.
And as soon as you say that, he kind of like lights up, and he... Ooh! Have you been saved?
Yes. I'm gonna keep walking.
I'm gonna roll up 7 check. No. I was going to look to see if I noticed any kind of like a coin purse or like any kind of like
He clearly has like a lockbox on his like
okay.
on his side.
Cool. Okay.
He's got a book in one hand and a giant lockbox on the other, and you can tell it's heavy because it's like it's got several straps.
Okay.
Just walking with a little bit of a limp, like it's so heavy.
Oh yeah, he kind of does, and he's also he's a smaller person as well, but he's very useful. He seems to be in his gnomish 30s, so he's pretty young.
Gnomish 30s. How long did the gnome? Wait, what?
They live to be pretty young. Or pretty old. They die young.
He was 7.
Die at 40, you know?
No, they're like elves where they have a longer lifespan. I think a lot of the non-human, non-half, like they live to be about 100 and stuff. Humans are just flawed, horrible beings. All fantasy. The half-orc is kind of sitting there. She's got like a walking stick on her, but she's kind of like eyeing you all, but she's just kind of silent. She kind of looks at you and just kind of does like the orc is like, what's up?
She makes fences.
Yeah. Well, that guy's still talking at me. I'm just gonna growl at him.
Okay, yes. Anybody want to donate to the Church of the Perpetual Sun? I can totally get you in on a good doctorate price. We bring you in, we get you first level church establishment, and he kind of like he's going on to some really like weird things about a church, like price ranges and membership deals and subscriptions.
Did you make fantasy Scientology?
Well,
I didn't. I based it off something else entirely and modified it, and then it became the Church of Fantasy Scientology.
Well, I don't know about this Church of the Everlasting Sun, but I mean...
Perpetual Sun!
Sorry, Church of the Perpetual Sun, but I mean, like, what have y'all guys done recently to get us all out of here? I mean, y'all have apparently been here for a long time, and we're the newcomers.
Right, and with all these funds, you should be doing something, right?
We're the heroes of Davenport. Or Davenborrow. We're the heroes of Davenport.
Wait, are we not heroes?
We're the heroes of Davenborrow.
Yes.
I mean, we have as good a chance as any as getting us off this island.
Well, we're not leaving, and you might as well save your soul and become a part of the Church of Perpetual Sun. Drea was one of my first followers, and she's already level 3 based on her tasks. And she just kind of rolls her eyes, and then she kind of like, she does like this little like hand gesture thing, like it's like kind of like a mocking like, praise the sun, almost kind of like this, like you can tell that she likes this guy enough that she follows along with him, but you know that like in a second she will totally be like, this shit's bullshit. I'm only doing it because, you know, I like this guy kind of thing. She's just like...
Hey, Drea. You look like you could roll with a real crew. Roll like you could roll with the heroes of Davenborrow and maybe help us get out of here.
You already got an orc.
We don't discriminate. We can use a second orc.
We got two
dwarves. 2 half orcs is a full orc. Who's to say?
That's not how that works.
You're gonna make it work.
I'm sorry, I don't really know orc math there. I'm not really good at orc math. But I mean, I do
Orcs
know that...
don't have math.
True. But, let me tell you, as the heroes of Davenborrow, it doesn't take orc math to know that we're your best chance of getting off of this island.
You know what? The last group that said
That they were the heroes of Davenborrow?
Then they were full of shit.
well, it was the mayor of Ryland Orchard, and
He got off this island, didn't he?
yeah, he's probably dead. I don't know.
Probably.
You know, last time I saw him, he was preaching about taxes. We came here, and he's like, "We're gonna leave," instead of sitting here in the town. And
He might have left. Do you know?
he left in the jungle. If he's in the jungle, he's probably dead or with the sentries.
Or
Or he made
off
it.
the island.
Or off the island.
I like these odds.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Either give him money or don't. I don't want to talk to you guys. So
For the Church of Perpetual Sun, there's not a lot of sun here.
it's not perpetual darkness.
No, then
Perpetual
Right.
sunset.
Well, then, or into that. Or it's
dusk.
perpetual dusk, but, you know, it's all about how you feel when you die. Because once you're part of the Great Spirit, everybody's wealth and happiness of this world are combined into an eternal bliss!
Oh, is it like perpetual dusk because we're always perpetually dying, and
Ooh.
dusk is like the dusk of our lives?
That's deep.
Oh shit, guys! I think I want to donate to this church now.
And he automatically, holds the box in front of you, has like a piggy bank slot on it, and he just kind of shakes. He's like, to become level 1, it's about 5 gold pieces.
How loose is it when he hands it out towards me?
Oh, it's still strapped to him. Like,
It's got a piggy bank. It's got a slot.
it's like, yeah, it's got like a slot. Everything else is like bolted up. Like, there's several locks to it, strapped on like by 3 straps, like of leather. It's just like, it's not going anywhere easily.
You know what? I left all my earthly goods back in Ryland Orchard. I don't have any money on me, unfortunately.
Again, his face just kind of breaks a little bit. His stage happiness kind of. Anybody? If not, we can always start this back up tomorrow. I'm always here in the plaza selling goods, services. Right now we have a sale on peaches.
Bro,
We just
nobody
talked
has
to you
any money.
yesterday, though, didn't we?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we're gonna talk to you tomorrow too.
And the next day.
This is a good talk today, wasn't
And the
it?
next day.
Dre just kind of like steps him back and just kind of crosses her arms, and she's just like,
Sorry, I just had to try to fuck with him again. You just listen. I wasn't gonna try to do it in front of you, but I was like really tempted to like steal that lockbox. Just between you and me, you know.
she pulls out her staff.
Like, listen, I wasn't gonna do it with you here.
Keep
I was
walking.
Just Drea, come on, Drea. We've known each other how long, Drea? We've been on this island for how long together?
Like
Drea, we've been here for years. Drea, come on, Drea, you know me. It's me, Muncho, you know me.
21 break your armor class?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think it
I'm
does.
pretty sure.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, it does.
So, what she's going to do is she's going to take her staff, and then she's gonna just do a quick jab to just kind of like put you on your ass. Non-lethal damage of
God, that'd be sad.
3, just kind of pop, like, and just kind of knocks you back, and she's holding her kind of like walking stick thing. She's just like,
okay, yeah, never mind. I couldn't add my thing to it. I was gonna nimbly dodge it, but I can't. It was too close.
so yeah, she just kind of like pops you and like pushes you off onto your ass, and she's just like, come on, keep moving.
I flip her off and I just walk away.
Don't forget to take your damage.
Oh, wait, how much damage did you say?
3.
3? Jesus. Okay.
It's a big stick.
It was a directed kind of like.
Gonna bruise.
And the whole time Marcella's just sitting there like, fiddling with like her clockwork squirrel, and it's just. Oh yeah. Tour. Sorry. That was Oren and Drea. They are
Terrible.
quirky.
Grifters, got it.
Dicks.
Let's go talk to Chops.
Where does all the money go?
Where
Don't know.
did it come
He's
from?
for
just
whatever
stay in that
currency
box.
is, he's really obsessed with it. And since we really don't have like a bank or a money changer
Or any way of new money
Equal-
coming in.
or economic stability, we really don't know why he cares about it. Most people just gave him all their money because they just wanted to not hear about it every day. But there's still people holding on in case they're going home. But
So would you say that there's a lot of money in that lockbox then?
I don't understand currency like at all. So
She's been here since a baby. She's
anyways, we're at the blacksmith.
Okay.
So heading to that cute little anvil. You see half elf. He's got like what looks like a couple of shirts, kind of tied like sewn together with like hemp and stuff into like an apron. And he's sitting there. He's kind of like hammering down on some stuff. He's got like some blacksmithing goggles on, and he goes, "Oh, newcomers! Hey, how's it going? I'm Chops. This is my blacksmithing station. Yeah, I don't know why I'm a part of the tour, but you're welcome to ask for help. I see you guys are adventurers of some sort. I see the Adventurers Guild logo on some of you. Yeah, and Marcella's just like super giddy, like kind of like show around. He's just kind of like, I really don't have much for you right now. We haven't really found any more metal or supplies. I'm kind of like holds up kind of like some folded steel. He's like, I'm working on making, I don't know, a stick. I'm just bored, waiting for something to do. He's just very like kind of like nonchalant, but not trying to be rude. He's like, I'll tell you what, if you guys are ever going to be out and about and you find some supplies that could be useful, let me know. I can repair your armor and...
You got some materials on hand to make some throwing knives or something?
Kind of like, shows like a little like, kind of like wicker basket, and it has just like scraps and, like some old armor pieces. So he's like, I could probably make you something pretty crappy. Maybe...
Nah, don't bother. Thanks for the offer, though.
Yeah, of course, I got nothing else going on. And she's like, but he's so charming. Anyways, it's for the metal. And he's just like, what? She's like, anyways, we're gonna keep moving on.
No.
Let's see, who else?
What was the blacksmith's name? Did we get a name?
Chops.
Okay,
Very
cool.
easy to remember.
Nah.
I made up that name, Wayne.
You made up all these names.
I made up his name, Wayne. You happy? I know you give me shit about my names. Every name I put down, I went, hopefully Wayne won't give me shit for this.
It was that one time. God, what was his name?
I
wrote it down because of how...
Which wasn't even me.
What? It's in here somewhere.
You sure that's the right campaign book?
Yeah, this is the only one I've ever
okay.
used. It's because I was trying to start to remember people's names because I sucked at it. Maybe I did it further in. Anyway,
You did suck at it.
it's gone forever.
Oh, that wasn't nice.
I still suck at it. But I won't forget Chops.
Chops!
Anyway.
Next session. Who was that blacksmith guy?
Yeah. Chips?
Hey, Chaps!
Anyway. Go ahead.
His full name, if you guys want to know.
I
Chops
don't.
McGee.
Chopsy.
Booker Chops Teppin.
I'm gonna call him Chops.
Look at Chops tipping.
No, I just picked random fantasy thing and kind of moved some names around for that last name.
Chops tip.
Chaps tapping.
Chops top and roll.
So they kind of get to the fire. She kind of takes you back to the fireplace. She's like, behind us are makeshift tents. If you guys have tents or supplies, that's kind of where we're keeping the shanty up. We kind of like to be right underneath the watchtower in case the bell rings, and we can get inside the tower, the cave, or the supply room.
Wait, what was about the bell? The bell rings. What happened?
Oh, the bell. Yeah.
The gargoyles?
If the kind of like, we call them gargoyles, but they're more kind of like hawkish figures that kind of walk around. They have wings, but they don't really fly.
These are different from the stone dudes.
So they kind of.
Varying body type.
We have the smaller ones. They're kind of just out and about, but the ones we
The
gotta
small
worry.
9-foot ones.
No, the 9-foot ones are kind of like the sentries. The gargoyles are the smaller ones. I'm sorry. It's hard to explain, but there's some big ones and there's some small ones.
Are they
and
both stone?
yes.
And all of them carry people away?
The small ones kind of just get angry. They don't really like. They're. If you make them mad by like throwing rocks at rocks, it's not very nice. But if you're kind of doing your own thing, they just kind of watch you.
Creepy.
That's why we kind of call those ones the gargoyles. Sentries are the ones that walk around. But anyways, if the bell rings, something bad's happening, we either get inside or we, have the small little militia. We take turns on guard duty, and then, sometimes you're going to have to be helping us fight things. Sometimes you won't. But either way, things happen. Anyways.
Where do you hide?
And then she kind of points at the cave, points at the tower, or points at the kind of like turquoise wolf.
Wait, so these stone things come into town?
Well, they kind of like patrol, and sometimes they get a little too close to town. The bell's mainly for anybody that's like out, kind of like foraging in the outskirts.
Okay.
Gotcha.
It's very rare that they've ever crossed into this area. I think it was one time, and Manny kind of made it mad, but he knows better now.
Has anybody died from the gargoyles?
From the gargoyles and the sentries, no. But like I said, there's other things out in the wilderness. I think we lost a good chunk of the Ryland Orchard group to the mosquitoes, the bogards, and I think a snake took a child off.
A snake? Like a big old snake?
It was
Big
like a
snake.
flock of snakes.
Okay.
The flock of snakes.
Flying
Shit.
flying penis snakes.
I mean, if mosquitoes are taking people, flock of snakes is not.
Maybe that wouldn't be so weird after all.
Shit, a flock of snakes.
I wonder what a group.
But
of
yeah,
snakes
it's for
is
anybody
actually
like at the
called.
river washing clothes or anything like that.
Slither.
A slither. That might be it.
A river.
Maybe a river of snakes.
As she's kind of joking, it's like we just had a thing, so it's gonna be a little while before ding ding, ding ding ding,
Ooh.
ding 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 ding, and then at the top of the tower you hear the bell ring, and she just goes, "Oh, damn it!" So she's gonna kind of like whisper something to the squirrel, and then she kind of like hucks it towards the tower, and the little squirrel does like a front flip, and then the little
Splats against the side of the tower.
it kind of like splashes to the ground, and then kind of like clockwork gets back up and then starts climbing up to the tower. And then, I tinker.
Huh. You made that thing?
Yeah, it's pretty easy. You just kind of you don't have patterns in your head on how to make things.
Weirdly, no.
Huh.
That's weird. That's weird that you don't have
We
that.
should explain
Yeah,
that later when
really.
we're not being attacked.
Anyways,
Great,
and
pull
so
out your flail.
you guys are kind of sitting there for a minute. People are kind of like they're calmly picking up kids and helping the old folk get to like a safe location. Then like a little squirrel comes back down and has like a piece of parchment on. She opens up. She's like, "Oh,
Do we get to fight?
Oh.
I hope you're ready to fight."
Yeah.
Wait,
Magic
fight?
weapon on your flail.
Ooh, what does that do?
Makes it a +1.
What does that mean?
So you guys are
Plus
all
one to
kind of
what?
stationed between
To
the.
it.
Put your characters between the home tower and the fire pit.
You didn't mention anything about fighting. You said they just watch.
Oh, these aren't. No.
Oh, is it the Bogarts?
Or the snakes. The flying snakes.
Yeah.
The flock of
The
snakes.
slither of snakes.
A little bit. I forgot to mention them. They're
damn it.
called the On Para.
The what?
Why would you fail to mention the thing that...
You know, I'm not very good with social skills, and I really don't like that my new friends are questioning everything I do. This isn't... Other people aren't so nosy.
What about the dude in the turquoise wolf?
The Torcus porpoise?
Friends is a bit strong.
Yeah, we barely know this stoner.
Yeah.
So as you hear that, you kind of... As you're getting ready, you hear the sound of, like, loud trees, like, breaking. But you're not seeing any, like, movement coming from the trees.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you do see, like, one large, like, kind of, like, canopy of trees kind of, like, start moving through the brush.
The trees are moving to the trees?
Yeah, and it's going to be coming from this direction. So let me get a figurine from that.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Oh boy,
Time
oh
to
boy,
fight some
oh boy.
trees.
I can set things on fire with purpose.
You know, it's hard to set trees on fire if they're wet.
That's true. It gets real
Is
smooth.
this tree all wet?
It's moist.
No, moist
moist
is a hard
tree.
T. Moist.
Moist.
A moist hardwood.
Moist. Hard. Wood.
Wow, you were just...
This goes on the internet. There are children on the internet.
There's nothing wrong with those
The
words.
children have seen worse.
And heard worse.
Yeah.
All right, roll for initiatives.
I got a nat one.
It's reflex, right?
Uh,
Or no,
It's
perception.
Oh,
Right there.
oh.
Great.
Wait, okay.
Wow.
Okay.
You don't just automatically crit fail on perception. You still get to add bonuses to it.
Yeah. I'm blind.
I'm blind. I looked at the sun too long.
It was setting so beautifully.
The dusk is so pretty.
I stared at the sun too long.
So yes, +1 to attacks and... Oh, increase weapon damage dice to 2, apparently.
What?
2 weapon dice?
So you get
Damn.
2d10?
Holy shit!
About to fuck
Golly gee.
trees up.
Nice. So I get an additional damage die +1?
No, you get +1 to the attack roll, and then you get 2 damage die.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure in other shit like D&D it does just +1 to both.
Really?
But
Yeah, I
it
think
doubles
so.
your damage die. That's
Nice.
crazy.
Sweet.
Where do they put? Oh, perception.
And then all of a sudden, like, a second flail ball appears on it. Wait, no, flail is...
Yeah,
No, flail's the one on the
flail's
chain.
with
Okay.
the chain and
Yeah, yeah.
the spiky
This is
ball.
like a second one appears.
Right, just like...
Spiky balls!
All right, Alex, what you got?
Meow. Alex?
Say again. I got 14.
Yeah.
Eileen.
Also 14. What's your dex?
+2?
Mine is also +2. Dang it!
Roll off. Roll off.
Oh, you probably won.
14.
Yeah, you won.
Wrecked soon.
I got ricked.
I was like, what's that noise? What's happening?
It's the music beat.
Doo, boo-doo, boo-doo, boo-doo. Tim.
9.
I'm
Yes,
happy
I
everybody's
get
like
to play
in
the
this
bongos, so.
rage right now.
What's he gonna do now?
Alex, or not Alex? Cameron.
12.
Same thing.
Hey, this makes me so happy. I don't have to like,
Yay.
and then Wayne.
You're gonna have to 5.
Once again, Wayne's the lowest of the low.
Wow.
I don't know why every combat ends with you like way at the bottom.
I'm a bad roller. It's because I don't have a new set of dice yet.
I know.
These ones I've all
You've worn
tapped
them
out.
out, yeah.
All right. So starting out is the baddie,
Oh boy.
and
What's it look like?
I'm blind.
so this is just a
I
good
can see it.
representation of it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
The big boy.
Whoa.
Roar.
Is that
I'm
thing
banging.
covered in coral? Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, just think of it like
Rain
as
coral.
branching trees and stuff.
Starfish.
That thing's
It's got like a
cool.
face to it. It like kind of like grunts, and then you can see inside it. It's got like glowing things to it. ferns growing out of its legs. It's a very, very mad plant. And so it's going to walk up to that little barrier, and it's going to strike it.
Oh boy.
Gonna strike what?
The
The
barrier.
barrier.
Oh. I thought those were rocks.
Ooh.
Yeah, I totally thought it. I read it when you brought out the map. It said the turquoise wolf.
Say it with donuts. Did you see that in the Bim Bam bit?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, it was some like Krispy Kreme marketing thing. They're like, say it with donuts at Krispy Kreme, because like they had like shit, like ones that had like letters on them or something. And he's like, Travis is like, you know what I like to say with donuts? Ooh.
It's gonna take out what it was carrying. What you thought at first was like a branch, but it's like a giant stone, kind of like makeshift sword thing. And it's gonna take it across the nice little retaining wall, and it's gonna shoot rocks everywhere. They just kind of like land at your feet, and it just kind of like, brrr, like a tree. So next up
I don't speak tree.
is Eileen.
Ooh. I'm gonna.
Now she's speaking donuts.
Oh god, it's so far away. I move so little. Each turn is 3 actions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is the
You just walked through the fire.
Dresna,
What was that?
the other half orc Dresna, is she gonna help us out?
Drea.
Drea?
You don't see her.
Oh, it's weird.
You're kind of like on your own, right?
Actually, I'm gonna not go quite that far. I'll stay at the front of the inn and I will rage.
What if we just hid? Never mind. You've already started raging.
What's there's blood to be drawn? They're still going back.
Actually,
It threw rocks at us.
If there's sap to be drawn,
Yeah.
they're still going back. I think anytime she rages, she needs to talk like an 80s, early 90s wrestler interview.
Oh yeah!
Ooh, actually, so I will rage and then I'll use my sudden.
You've watched that way too many times.
Yep.
I don't know what's happening. So yeah, I will rage and then I will use sudden charge so I can move up to double my speed, and then if I end within reach of an enemy, I can attack it.
Okay.
So can I make it across this barrier?
Yeah, it's
assume
gone.
now? Okay.
Oh, it's just
Is he these 4?
I would say like I'm gonna try to get it so he's like
Yeah,
these
like
4.
that. So yeah, I'll run up to him and I will attack.
Attack!
Ah! Oh, I need to write down my ragey stuff. 1 moment.
Speaking of internet things, have you guys seen that video of Orson Welles trying to do the champagne commercial?
Oh yeah.
Oh, the French! I've been obsessed with you.
Oh, I saw that a long time ago.
I've seen it.
18 to hit.
Pretty sure Billy sent me that multiple times.
18 misses? I'm that big of a boy?
Shit.
What about bonuses from?
Oh, 19.
Wait, really?
Dicks.
You would both
Wow,
fail.
he's got a high AC, dudes.
Dicks.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
Alright, that's all I got.
Alex, yeah.
You said this boy is moist?
That was a joke. No, I don't like. Please don't ever say if the boy is moist ever again.
Is he dripping?
Very unaccustomed to Cameron.
I've been away
you
from far
missed
too
me.
long.
Oh, you missed me, Sam.
Welcome back.
Could get demonetized if I had monetization available.
Okay.
Censor it. Beep, 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 beep.
What's the fire pit look
Would it
like?
be worse? You'd be like, is that
it's,
boy blank?
5
Is that boy Pete?
Any
Stone around it.
hot rocks?
Oh, there's burning. It's constantly going, but yeah, there might be hot rock.
Or
The fire?
fire
log.
on the log?
Yeah, there's logs in there.
Cool. Telekinetic projectile.
Jesus, damn it!
Pew!
Let's see.
See, there was a point to me asking if the boy was moist.
So I had my relevant spell mods to like pretty much
I
everything.
believe so.
I think that's how this has all been working. So that'd be a 20 to hit.
Hits.
Whoo!
Okay, so I guess his AC is 20.
Yes, true.
But yes. It's not 18.
She hit like.
It's not 19.
Right, but it is 20.
Cool. 5
What's the
damage.
secret number?
Bludgeoning.
Bludgeoning. I want fire damage.
It says no specific traits or magic properties of the
Oh
whole
yeah,
item.
is there additional fire damage because the thing is on fire? Maybe.
It says no here.
Oh,
There's
okay.
no specific traits of the whole item affected.
Fine,
Oh,
I'm trying
that
to find
sucks.
its health.
That sucks.
Pearl's bottle of acid. That thing.
Because if the DM wants to be like, oh, that was a creative inspired use.
Yes.
Hero point.
Actually,
Wait, we still get 1 hero point per thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
did you guys see that picture of the like Final Fantasy X cosplay? Like,
Yeah.
almost accurate.
Wow.
Yeah, we'll look this up, Cameron, if you can find that.
Of who?
Like, it's just a bunch of Japanese cosplayers.
Oh, so it's like a group?
Yeah,
Oh, I get it.
but it's insane how good it is. Like, there's like a Snapchat like of them just like on the beach, and then there's like an Auron all the way like in the back, kind of like pouting, and then everybody else is like sitting there, and you have like the Titus guy go or Waka go Waka.
I'm not really sure what I would search for because like
Right, because
Final
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
X
X
cosplay gets you a lot of stuff.
There's a lot of things.
Oh my god. Okay, so you threw a object that was on fire.
Mm-hmm.
And it lands kind of like the way you lob it. It kind of lands in some of the brushes and stuff like that. It starts lighting up some of the foliage, and
No fire.
yeah, he takes a good chunk of damage. If I could find its health in this damn health pool.
DM's discretion, I'll take it.
Yeah, because I'm being nice because I overstarted this thing.
Thanks for your honesty.
Yeah.
It's a big boy.
Yeah, he's a chunky boy.
If someone doesn't go unconscious, it's not a successful battle.
But am I?
Quite.
I'm trying to figure out like where his health is because it's just formatted weird. Because like the picture shifted everything,
Oh,
so where it's supposed to be, it's like not there, and I'm like, I need to know how healthy this boy is.
One of these days, TRPGs will make a bestiary and a player's handbook where things will just be laid out in a way.
Oh, there
that
it is. I
makes
found it.
sense.
I found it. Cool. Cool. Next up is Cameron. Also, hero point. For good role playing, hero point.
Oh, rough.
Hero point.
Wait, did I do anything to earn a hero point?
You argued with him. You all role
Oh, okay,
played.
that's fair. Good roll.
Now you guys got to be nice to each other outside of the group, and then you can get it.
For what it's
What do I
me,
have?
So you get a
me
gold
being
star.
socially awkward is not Alex being like, oh, I don't want to do this stuff. It's
Yeah.
I'm trying to play at my lowest stat, so it's like I have no charisma. I'm just like, oh fuck, I'm gonna go look at the door instead of introduce myself.
No, it made sense. You're I figured it was because you're the smarty pants. The
I'm
group.
the bookish one.
You said we start with one all the time?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so
save
I
two.
have 2.
Yeah.
Where do you see charisma?
What would it take to create a fire crossbow bolt? Would I have to like find some like cloth and oil? Or...
You'd probably have to spend an action to kind of like jerry rig the arrow.
We've got the.
and
Okay.
then to load it and fire it. So
Okay.
like jerry rig and load would be one action, and the fire would be a second action.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up to the fire pit, and I'm gonna light a crossbow bolt on fire.
Okie dokie.
Mm.
Because the bolt is not perfect and it's it's all on fire and it's not
And it's
repeated,
jerry rigged and like very.
I'm gonna say a -2 penalty.
Okay. So yes, I'm gonna light it and try and attempt to shoot him.
I also hope your crossbow
Ooh,
is
that is a crit
oiled.
fail.
Okay, shit.
What do I light on fire instead?
Your crossbow.
Oh no!
Oh Jesus!
Because I was like, I hope your crossbow is like oiled, is what I was about to say. So it's not like, so it's like treated, and you're just like.
I mean, it might be. I don't know. It's just a typical crossbow.
It sounds
I
like
don't
you can still fire the bolt. So.
But it's true. But if he holds on to it at the end of at the end of this round, like he's gonna have to spend his last action to like
Put it out.
wait, no, move. Oh no, he's holding it. Take 1 point of fire damage.
Fair. Wait, so does the bolt actually end up firing, or
No.
Damn.
Gets jammed and then it sets it on fire.
I imagine that the string would probably just like break.
That's what I was thinking too. It's a metal thing.
Oh no, it's a metal thing. It wouldn't.
It was a good
break.
try. It
Could be.
just the dice rolls didn't want
Oh
that
yeah,
to
no,
work.
no, it did not.
What do you need?
Just getting
Wait, was he a warrior?
information on hero points here.
My druid.
Oh, druid, that's right.
I
Yeah.
have it from
I'm gonna yell at it in druidic. He's like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Oh yeah. Three things like
Read thoughts. Ah!
They cut our friends down and use us for wood fires.
Oh, I can talk to it. I'm going to try and intimidate it away.
Why did I go with that voice?
That's just the
I was contemplating either doing like a gruff voice, and then that came out.
I'm the Lorax. I speak for the trees.
Hi. If we fall in the forest, we do make a sound.
We go ah.
Bless you.
Guess that's 19 to intimidate.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Well, what do you tell him?
I've been like, "You're on fire. Get out of here."
Oh, jeez, you're right. Ah, geez, shucks. All right, I'll be back for you guys. And he turns around.
I'm just there holding my flail like, hi.
But all you hear is like breaking branches, and then you hear him just kind of like.
I speak wood.
And yeah, he
Wow.
Damn.
Goodbye.
Does he walk back in with the smolder?
he starts heading towards the beach. But he's on fire.
Alright.
You can see the smoke.
I tossed my crossbow to the ground and kicked dirt on it to put it out.
Yeah, it worked.
I'm just like holding my potions. Just like,
The string's broken, and it looks like it's just singed.
Mm-hmm.
But it can be repaired with a new string.
Okay. I
You
think
Go
I
talk to
handy
Chops.
blacksmith.
Hmm?
Is it a
Oh.
handy blacksmith?
Chops.
oh man, this guy can speak to trees. You should ask him to join a group.
I'm a
I
tree.
mean, based on everyone's saying we're not going to be leaving here anytime soon, so
Yeah.
Tree talker.
yeah.
Holy crap, friend. That was impressive. We usually just try to kill everything.
And we usually do.
We usually do.
we were about to. You saw it.
Oh man, I didn't think you didn't have to kill everything.
Yeah,
That was
that's
incredible.
You
That's
could talk.
weird flex.
That just seems rude.
Well, there was that
I
one
never
time
thought of
too.
it that way.
We could have talked to those one people and we just killed them. Man, I
I mean,
mean,
we killed one of them.
we defended ourselves.
Jesus.
Jaina.
All right.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to hit you.
Let me check on the cat. And I am so sorry.
Hey, good catch.
Mm-hmm.
It sounded way louder just because of the.
Yeah. I think the dice.
I'm just trying to for the viewers.
Right.
Oh god, they heard something so loud. Let's give them something so
Dice
loud.
ASMR.
Oh man.
All right, we're good. We're good. Now redo
It's
these.
under control.
Now everybody's ears have been cleansed.
You know, I'm gonna be cutting all that out.
Well, for your ears then.
Oh, thanks. I'll be editing. I'll just be like, ooh, so soothing.
Those dice sounds.
What's funny is I'm probably gonna forget about it because I still gotta finish editing the last one.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like a month or so before I get to this one and be like, oh, fuck them.
Cats!
Is that my thing? It is.
It's fine.
My little dice bag.
Oh,
Yeah.
I thought she was on our bag. Sorry.
Now you're good.
Well,
Well, you
Yeah.
do look like you could use help.
Nope.
Well, I mean, I
what does
think
that mean?
everybody here could use help, really.
not everything's related to being short.
He means
Are you
just
sure?
help talking to things because he talks. I don't think he could fight. I think
That's
he-
true. We're not good at talking, really.
Yeah, we're not.
Muncho sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
Yes, those guards, those riddles that one time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
The good riddles.
I'm good at riddles.
Good to know.
You just see this tiny goblin with his orc. I'm good at
He's just like, okay. Creepy little dude.
What does the crossbow say to the face? Thwap!
I'm on fire!
Well,
So
Okay, cool.
was that it?
No, that was you defeated the monster.
Well, where's the
Heroes-
town people coming out to applaud?
So you kind of hear like ding, 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 ding,
Wait, any more?
and then that kind of thing repeats, and then people start kind of like coming out, and they're like, "What happened? It's gone already?"
The heroes of Davenborrow have saved the town.
Wait, we're now the heroes of.
Yes, and the heroes of Kronos Island, we have saved the
That's
town.
what I was
I hope they weren't like stomping at us.
Oh.
I doubt it.
It's
Probably their dog.
fair.
Mhm.
It's fine. We're still in the not sleepy time thing. It's
Yeah.
fine. But you hear this voice going, "That's crap! That's crap! That's crap! That's crap!" And then you hear like someone from on top of the tower slowly going down it, and the whole time, "That's crap! That's crap! That's crap! That's crap! That's crap!" And then you see a finely dressed gnome in the green, and then you've got like 2 stripes of gold, and he's standing up there, and he's standing in the doorway as people are coming out, like praising you, like, "Yeah, good job." He's like, "This thing whispered at it, these guys kind of shouted at it, and then the thing got mad and walked away. They did not do anything, and they do not deserve the praise that I deserve for being the lookout."
I throw a stone at him.
Jesus. Hopefully a pebble.
No, a stone.
Yeah, it's like maybe golf ball size, like nothing huge. But like I throw a rock at him. What is that? Just plus dex? I don't know. Yeah, it's like a 23. I throw a rock at him. And he's like, "Hey,
Where?
Shut up!
Where are you aiming?
just like at his body, center mass. I'm not trying to
Alright,
like."
you get him in like the hip.
Yeah. I was like, "Hey, screw you! I'm sitting up in your tower. We're actually the ones fighting off this thing."
Hi. Hi. Stalling tactics. He's holding his hip, and he's just kind of like, first of all, ow! Second of all, as a representative of the government of Davenborrow, I have not heard of the heroes of Davenborrow before. And secondly, you didn't do anything. If anybody gets the praise, it's the orc. Gah.
How long have you been on this island?
I don't know. Time isn't being told here.
Exactly. You haven't been back in Davenborrow in years. We're the heroes.
It's been at least 2 months. I would have heard of you.
Really? Oh man, I gotta say, you look like you've been gone years. How long do you really think you've been here? You've never heard of the heroes of Davenborrow? You must have been gone for years.
We're
Do
pretty
diplomacy.
renowned.
And then you get a plus 1, 2, 3.
Jesus, fuck. There's another one.
Oh no.
So you kind of like, well, and then these three are like backing you up, trying to like, yeah, and you go, well, you're stupid. Almost kind of like that whole conversation of, yeah, that's what I thought. I'm an actual representative. I'm even close to becoming a noble if I do my job right, and you are not going to stop me.
Noble of
Why would we stop
Noble of
you?
where?
Have you never heard of the great tax collector Manny?
No.
no.
My job is to get the income for those that deserve it. Hence,
Do you know Bloodfart?
I've collected his taxes once or twice, thank you very much.
And you know the kind of help he employs?
I've seen his tax reports. He doesn't hire anybody. He only hires an archaeologist and 2 thieves.
What's the use of a tax person on an island?
Yeah.
And then, like, you kind of start seeing everybody, like, backing up a bit. And they're like, no, don't bring that up. Don't. And he pulls out 2 knives and he's like, I'm a tax collector! I have one job!
I'm gonna intimidating glare.
Is that a movie?
It is a thing I can do.
Ooh.
Which, I don't remember what the... One moment, there was like an actual thing. One moment, please. Demoralize?
Oh man.
Jesus.
Just like.
So technically, he's a half orc.
What was that? You just now noticed
Yeah.
this?
No, I'm just saying that under my breath as he's fighting, just or getting like really angry.
Technically, he's a half-orc.
Sorry, I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember where demoralize
This
is
doesn't
in all
work.
the
I'll
list
have
of
my own
things.
attempt.
Punt.
Where in all of this book?
Chicken.
Is it gnome
Oh.
based or is it
Because I
barbarian?
also
Oh,
have
here
book.
it is.
Is it gnome based?
Attempt an intimidation check against the target's will DC. It's a 16
Will DC.
plus 4, 20.
All right, and
Jesus.
what do you say to him?
Foaming them out.
Back off, buddy.
Slobbered.
See why they call you Grizz, because your voice is so grizzly. No, that's true.
Yeah, depending on the level of success, he becomes frightened. Various levels.
So he's like, I'm a tax collector, and I'm gonna put these away before we have an incident, and we're all very, very, very mature about our conversation, and I will not. This won't be the last you hear of Manny, the tax collector of Davenborrow. And he kind of like stomps away back into the tower and upstairs. And the whole time, again, it's stone. You hear the echo, and he's just like, "Hear the Davenborrow," and everybody else is just like. Campter comes out and he's just like, I don't know what that dude's problem is. He won't drop the fact that he's a tax collector.
That's a weird point of pride to have.
I guess everybody's gonna
I
have some
tried to
part
give
in
him
their-
his rations, and he kept trying to get change for a silver piece because he needed to pay for it and taxes. I don't have change. He kept insisting I paid my building tax one day, and we had to have Drea kick him out. Roped him up, put him in the forest for a while, and he wandered back. Like, we don't know what his problem is.
He and the perpetual sun guy must get along great.
They hate each other.
Do you want us to kill him?
Ooh.
Now, let's not get out of
As
hand
a
here.
former paladin, I have to say no.
A former, though.
As a former paladin and one who has to repeat himself due to cats, I say no.
Okay, that was just purely out of curiosity.
But he
If
kind of
he-
like,
If he becomes a nuisance, I'll ask again. Who knows?
subtlety.
We just
mind
learned
games.
something from our new druid friend. We just have to go at people. And
Yeah, what were
eventually
you doing
they-
to that guy?
On that note, the Ints were attacking because they say you're cutting down their forests. Haven't you learned to live with nature if you've been here all your lives?
They all just kind of like look around and they're like, how else are we supposed to build things though?
You've got plenty here.
Sandcastles.
You got fires and a building and tents. What more do you need?
Well, we had to cut down the trees to build the tents.
Do we need to cut down any
You don't
more
make
trees?
tents out of trees.
You need to plant more trees.
Yes, you must take a tree and plant a tree.
That person just kind of like steps back out of the crowd and is like, so, well, we didn't all have this wood when we came here, so we had to kind of create it, and that's what some of the people in the town do. They're makeshift woodworkers. We use it to build the little shacks and kind of the fence perimeters and the platform in the tower. We had to use it for some stuff, and we try to forage our stuff, but every now and again we kind of overstep our kind of bounds with them, and they come in and get aggressive, and for some reason they really like kicking over that wall first.
I bet it's satisfying.
It's made of wood, isn't it?
No, it's made of stone.
Oh.
Oh, they don't. Tree people don't like stones.
Have you
Do
tried
That seems
planting?
racist.
I was about to ask.
Well,
Or would planting trees for every one that they chop down help?
we try to reason with them. We did some basic communication. I think Brock, and like the guy goes,
Hello.
played a game of rock, paper, scissors with them. Kept throwing paper.
It's rude.
And then everybody in the camp just starts going, no, not this joke again. And then Brock goes, I found it funny. And then Campter's just, no. And everybody else is kind of like going back. And
How do you get rid of them whenever they come around?
How often do they come around?
both those questions.
Not often. I think maybe because we've had to expand the shelves and stuff like that. I think we took down a tree a little too early before its time, and they got kind of aggressive. But they don't actually hurt us. They just kind of intimidate us. I think you're the first people to fight them off. Like,
Oh shit.
Do plants grow
Yes.
here?
I was like, in general?
Now hold on a second, Tree Man. You've got a valid point. We don't know what the rules are here. Maybe. I mean, do trees grow at the same rate here?
Do they grow at all?
Yeah, do they grow at all? How does stuff work here?
I was about to just look at the lush forest and point to it and say, yes, trees grow.
But they were there
yes.
here first.
They
How
do.
does anything work?
You know, how is your time situation?
If I get drunk, will I ever stop being drunk?
Ooh, that's a great
I have
question.
some ale. We can test this theory.
I've got some wine.
Sure
All right, guys, let's go party.
Only get a certain amount of drink.
That. Try to get some seeds from the quartermaster, and then set an experiment and see if we can get them to grow. Second note, I wish we had booze.
Actually, I don't think I have booze. I thought I
Yeah,
did.
we do.
I do not.
What?
I do not.
What'd you
I think
do?
I got rid of it.
Did you like throw it at the thing?
Some of you have been here your entire lives.
I don't have any booze. Not me.
Just you.
Who was here before you?
The stone sentinels and the gargoyles and the native creatures of the forest.
I think we need to go on an
Detect
adventure. Oh, on the person?
Yeah, just around us right now.
Oh,
Marcella.
Yes and no.
Okay,
excellent.
Ron. What?
What does that mean?
Thinking.
Computing.
If you want to continue the RPing while you're figuring that out. I don't
No,
know.
it's very hard. It's like all of my computing. So
He's still there shutting down.
you don't know if the magic is
Shutting
coming
down.
from the island itself, coming from whatever is keeping this island in the perpetual time space of, midday, mid-evening, or if someone is sitting there casting a very powerful spell in the background and just constantly channeling. You don't know. It's just kind of like an ambient magical source that you can kind of tune into. You don't
Time magic.
at this time know what kind of magic.
I don't
Time.
think it tells me in this.
I think you have to keep channeling it over time. Like, oh no, it was higher
Over
levels.
time?
Yeah.
That's impossible
It
here.
was different from Sid.
I did a streamed when I was playing Quantum Break
Yeah,
when I
just the
came out a long
presence or
time ago.
absence.
And
Yep,
every
there
time
is a
somebody
presence.
mentioned time, I would go, time!
Time is illusion.
Time. The ever-flowing river.
Anyways, I'm going to not be here and want to work on my project, so bye. And she just walks away. And the innkeeper is just... She does that. You'll get used to it. She's not used to being a kind of like figurehead to, struggling people, or the fact that, well, she has to interact with people, but she's a nice girl, a little quirky, has a lot of little robot friends, but
So she's been here longer than anyone.
I've been here a while.
Who was the first to show up? and see her?
There was...
Was.
Well, when I got here, there was a group of 4 of us, and we slowly kind of got picked off one by one. 2 to sentinels, 1 to a gargoyle, when we kind of stumbled upon its kind of the wrong place at the wrong time. At that time, it was just her, us, and a couple other kind of like sailors that got washed ashore. So there were about 6 of us in that. If I'm counting by instinct, I want to say like 20 years.
20 years in which no one's aged.
Well, I've aged.
But she has.
Wait.
She was a littler girl, that's for sure. I think she's just kind of more attuned to this place. For a year for us would probably be like a month.
Where did you guys come from? How'd you get here through the cave?
Yes, we were on a scouting expedition for my order at the time. We were looking into some bandits that were coming out of, I want to say Black Iron. we came across a cave. We went through. Next thing we know, we were here. I can't remember too much of the details. It's been a while.
So you didn't come here through Ryland Orchard?
No, we were in the vicinity, but Ryland Orchard sounds like it came to be after a noble bought the land. It was all fields at the time. There was a large hill. I think there was some early trying to remember.
Can I do a history check and sort of like try to ask him about certain dates and events to see if I can sort of picture
we'll just,
where exactly last thing he remembers being in our world for, or at least where's history? Is there history?
Would that be lore?
Yeah, I guess that'd be lore.
Yeah.
Yeah, lore. Okay. 9.
So you kind of name things, and then he's just like, nah, having a hard time communicating. He's like, look, been here a while. I didn't have a gray beard when I started here. I was clean shaven, bald head, like most paladin novices are, and now look at me. And he kind of pulls up his head. And he's got the long hair. He's got mutton chops going, and you can tell he's kind of trimmed him up with a crappy razor, and he's got the ranch. He's like, I've been here a while, and just she's a good girl. She knows. She's kind of innate in kind of her instincts here. She kind of knows where to step, knows when to drink the water. She knows when to not go into the forest. She just kind of someone to trust, and not a mean bone in her body. Just naive.
Have any other residents here shown up as children?
Not many. I think the Ryland Orchard refugees was the first major group to have kids. I think whatever happened at that town hall meeting, didn't intend to pull that many people through.
Have there been more children born since y'all have been here? I mean, surely this has been fucking going on.
Abstinent.
Okay, I wasn't asking for your sexual history. I just mean in general. Have there been babies been made?
Time doesn't happen. Babies.
Not really.
Huh.
I can't think of any time that we've ever been more than just casual. We're calm now, but I don't think anybody has let their guard down enough to really kind of get intimate with other people here on the island.
Oh man, that's
unfortunate.
Also, I guess there's no goblins here, because goblins. Goblins what's that in the middle of a battle? No, fuck it, I gotta go squish one out.
No. There are children around, sir.
That's what they do.
And you look around, and then there's a mother ear-muffing a kid's ears, and just going, no.
What? So you gave us the talk? We haven't given him the talk.
No, what talk?
I'm gonna lean out behind Muncho.
How old is the kid?
12.
And what is this? Sorry.
I ask.
I want to say 10. 12 is a little,
Okay,
even
but he's one of the Ryland Orchard kids.
Yeah.
Okay, that's never mind.
Gee, mister!
I didn't want to hear about goblin fucking.
Ain't nothing about fucking. It's just one guy. I was talking about my squeezing habits.
Would I know what sort of magic would perpetually lock or affect time in any way?
Any long-term ritual spells or any sort of magical devices to. There's subtle things like ways to keep water cool, or ever-burning torches, kind of things meant to last a long time, and they kind of have small little auras. This is if someone created some sort of tool just to constantly kind of output some sort of magical results, but you just don't know where it's coming from and what it's doing.
What about the thing?
It's kind of like a fly zapper where you always kind of have that initial hum.
Obelisk.
But I wouldn't know it
We
to
need
be
to go
either
exploring,
incantation
guys.
or
Yeah, we do.
abjuration.
We
Not
need to
even
check out
your
those
first
murals.
spells.
These guys aren't giving us much information.
It's just kind of you got that little tingle of magical goodness. You're just I know it's here.
Well, I don't have this Adventurers Guild badge for nothing. I want to go do some adventuring.
So we want to So
I think we should take a rest.
Probably.
yeah, so we'll probably wrap up this one so I can kind of plan out
Okay.
based on where you want to go. But I'm gonna pull up that map again.
We should bring that girl because
I think we need to go to the monolith.
Yes, I agree.
Is it the monolith or the obelisk?
of the
Either-
I probably call it
monolith.
both.
Okay.
The,
The
monolith.
Just a giant shell.
So you can tell what I stole assets from and what I drew using Photoshop. Those are some mountains.
Tell it all.
That's the camp. That's the cave he came from. There's a couple of ruins that they know about, and then there's like kind of the monolith.
Where's the ruins?
Right here.
Oh.
Right here.
Motherfucker, is this Azeroth?
No.
Oh, okay.
We can. I feel like we
I
could.
was like, for a second, it looked like it from this like view, like the two halves here.
Yeah. Kind of post Cataclysm Eastern Kingdoms. Yeah.
Did you do like a map generator thing?
Yeah. I grabbed a couple map generator stuff and kind of tweaked it into kind of how I wanted it to be. It took a long time
That's
of
cool.
randomly adjusting stuff. So.
I figure we could probably head toward the monolith and hit some ruins on the way.
Yeah, you could probably like
Some
my rec.
sightseeing?
Like you can guys go up and over,
Mhm.
but that's a lot of jungle you're going to be passing through. So
We're bringing.
We
We should.
thought worse.
We
Yeah, we
should
gotta bring
ask-
Marcella.
We should ask her because she said that they don't fuck with her. So.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be nice.
Could work for or against us. We'll see.
now we're going to take a vote.
Just like hold her.
All in favor?
Yeah,
Of adventuring?
You gotta check out those
Yeah.
I'm
ruins.
not staying here getting to know the town folk. Fuck these people.
I think before we head out, I want to get my,
I
my
like your
crossbow
town,
repaired.
Dusty.
That's probably smart.
Someone likes my town.
Yeah,
I just want to go back home where there's booze a flowing. And
I'm gonna go visit Chops and get my crossbow repaired.
He's a blacksmith, not a wood carver, and
Well, you can probably
We also
repair
have
a
a,
crossbow's string.
He looked bored.
Black dragon who's scared.
He
about
looked
it.
bored. He'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But also booze. Yeah.
Yeah, if we stay here, I mean, it's just a matter of time before the dragons do something.
Matter of time.
Maybe not.
so all in favor. That will be our next episode. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully it's been fun, and thank you to Tim for joining us. Hopefully it was a good first experience. We learned about goblin banging and
Jesus.
It's called the Goblin Squeeze and
Just
Squirt.
squeezing.
Oh, God.
Just squeezing squirt.
anyways, thank you very much for liking, and
No.
Smash that subscribe button.
goodbye.